Well, during the break, both Bill and I looked at each other and just sort of nodded and said, this could be a very, very good game when you've got the talent of Sandi Anderson and an Helene Godmaire.
Talent and experience. Pressure's not going to bother these two ladies. Been here before, played this game a lot. Absolutely both of them focused.
Oh.
Little stick at the foul line, but still Sandi got rid of that ball in great shape. Got good rotation on it.
Very nice, ladies. Good start.
A nice reply from Elaine. Pretty solid in that first game. 10 for 11 on the middle. 4 strikes, 2 out of 3 on her right corner pin. She left. She's zoned in. Both of those first 2 shots she made, exact same location, speed, and rotation.
Goodness.
Wow.
Well, it's the kind of start you would expect from two very experienced bowlers in Sandi Anderson of Winnipeg and Helene Godmaire from Gatineau, both of them with strikes up through the first 2 frames. The winner to become our 3rd semi-finalist in the women's 5-pin play of this year's Canadian Bowling Championship, and then just misses the head pin.
Just a little bit to the right that time, and with the backup, of course, the ball's not going to come back. Sandi will try and get this one on the inside between the head pin and the remaining 3-pin on the left-hand side. Look out. And that's what can happen when you're on the outside. You just catch a little piece of that head pin. It's easy to chop it.
When you watch her delivery, she has a habit of bringing her hand up and across her face. Now there, she went straight out. Does she on earlier that second ball of hers actually, is she trying to put some spin on it?
No, where your hand is direct relation to where your backswing went. Okay. So if you start your backswing on the wrong swing plane, if you like, then your follow through is going to be out of whack as well. And Elaine follows suit. Misses to the right. On the inside with a backup, good cover by Elaine, and advantage early in this match.
Yeah, very nice to keep some pin count going with the 2 strikes followed by the spare. So up by 5 through 2 and a spare up in the 3rd. She bowls at a couple of, or 3 actually, different bowling centers in the Gatineau and Hull area. Interesting, I've seen that too, Bill, you know, over the years, that if you're going to play a lot and play at the elite level as these ladies are, or men, for example, isn't it indeed better to try and play as many centers as you can just because of the conditions?
Absolutely. Conditions are different. The atmosphere is different. You go from a small 12-lane bowling center to a large 24, 36. The whole atmosphere changes. Even the competition you play in, the style of leagues you play in is important. You know, do you go from a men's or a mixed league to a ladies league, travel leagues, all those things? The more you can play and the more different experiences you get, the better off you'll be in the long run.
Well, that's a nice rebound for Sandi Anderson after the opening 3.
Let's watch her follow through this time. Dead solid, right up beside her right ear on the release point.
different. Yeah,
a little
did you
bit
see
different.
that?
Yeah, it was in front of her eyes that time.
Yeah.
So watch where her backswing goes. It's hard to tell from that angle,
Yeah,
but
she dropped it down maybe a little bit.
just changed the swing plane a little bit. First set of aces we've seen in 3 weeks this year. Well, gave it a little bit of a run. Seen that spared over the years on television. It's probably the toughest one in the book.
Oh, very nice.
Picks up 15. Quite a difference in the number of games they play. Sandi with 20 a week and Elaine with only 7. Of course, we don't know how much they practice
Right.
on the side, if you like, outside of normal league play.
And it's difficult too, with all kinds of family commitments, and as I often say, life gets in the way. But you know, some communities only will have one bowling center. But if you're going to make that commitment, you might just have to pick up and drive to another town just to play in a different situation.
Well, like Helene does between Hull and Templeton, and I'm not sure how far apart they are, but she is making a commitment, going out of her way to bowl in 2 different bowling centers.
So her first open for Godmaire comes in 5, and she trails by 2.
And again, 9 pins there. With the additional 6 she left on the pin deck, she'd actually have a 4-pin lead in this match. Ouch, 2 in a row.
Okay, now
Both of those forced, maybe?
come back to what we were talking about earlier, making adjustments. Is this something that she should panic over? Maybe panic is too strong here, but do you make an adjustment? And again, you're missing the 3-pin.
I think I would be making an adjustment. And for Elaine, with the amount of movement she gets because of the rotation, she may move up just a quarter of a step, and all it does is change where the bowling ball breaks on the lane. She may move side to side. That's all a really
Again, now
personal
more,
thing.
pardon me for interrupting, but
No.
now there's more pins left on the deck, right? This hurts.
She's left 11 pins in the last 2 frames. Now Sandi with a big break. Left-hand pocket that time. But great reaction. Follow through. Little bit closer to that right ear that time. No doubt.
The opportunity here for somebody like Anderson, and give them credit, seizes the moment. It's one thing to see it. Now you have to do it. Now can she put 2 together? Not quite.
Confidence. She threw that last ball in the 6th frame. Great position, great reaction. So that tells her do it again. She's got 4 strikes in this game out of the first 7 frames, so she really hasn't made a lot of mistakes. Set of aces, only missed the middle once. And good cover on that right corner pin.
So a strike and spare up for Anderson, and really Godmaire, after the 2 opens, after a very nice start, opens in 5 and 6, needs to get something going here.
But sort of the precursor to that in the 3rd frame.
Very nice. What a great kick.
Big break. I was going to say in the 3rd frame, Elaine missed the head pin to the right. Then she came back and missed it again. Much better reaction. Left-hand pocket, 3-pin off the wall, takes out the corner pin.
Yeah.
So you miss 2 in a row. Then maybe you make an adjustment or force the ball, punch 2 head pins. Comes back with 1 good shot here in the 7th, and now misses to the left.
But still a chance here. I mean, a spare would keep some momentum going.
Boy, that's a big open frame here in the 8th. She's really left this wide open for Sandi Anderson now.
Anderson, last year's runner-up to Michelle Johnstone. Johnstone is eliminated, so we will have a new champion this year. That's a killer for Godmaire.
Well, again, not only the missing the head pin, but the number of pins she's left on the pin deck. Wow. Give it back to her.
Yeah. You know, there's that old thing about water finding its lowest level here. You watch what your opponent does, and then somehow that takes the edge off you.
It can have that effect. Absolutely. Sandi Anderson, she can pick up the other 5 here. She'll go into the 9th frame with a 22 pin lead. Not insurmountable.
Nicely done. So as we go to the 9th, pardon me, it's a 22-point game with 2 frames to play. Anderson leading.
You notice her there, a quick glance over at the studio scoreboard. She knows exactly what she's got left, what she needs to be able to shut Helene Godmaire out of this match. And that's a good start down that road.
Wow. Did she sweat over that one a little bit?
She threw it great. She gets the ball out on the lane. Good follow through. A little bit more in the middle of her body, and the ball went.
It came back just late because it looked fat going in, and it just made that move to the right, didn't it?
A little bit of movement at the end.
And I tell you what, that was as thin as they're going to come.
Good shot, though. You know, she's close to the head pin. She's got rotation on it. Good angle to see Elaine's nice straight arm swing in through her backswing.
And here's the opportunity for her. She'll finish first. Both bowlers with strikes up, and that'll be it.
Missed that one right off the bat. As soon as it left her hand, it was wide right.
That really hurts.
Now, she has to have the spare here and come back with a strike to be able to finish at 219.
There it is. Now, is that first ball, is that a result of just her turning the ball? Is that a wrist deal with her, do you think?
Can be a bunch of things. Can be just a little bit out in the backswing. So when you release the ball, you're off target by just one board.
Yeah, and now she comes back the other way.
That's probably the force. Miss it right, force it back left on the second one.
So a 207 for Godmaire as we have another look here. Just trying maybe to do too much.
Trying to force it back to the pocket. Sandi needs 27 pins to win this match.
Oh no. Oh no.
This makes things a little bit tighter. She's working on a strike. She's got to guard against throwing it through the hole. That's a great shot.
What a wonderful shot.
2 things. She kept it on the inside because she knew she needed the pin count, but not only that, she makes the spare. Little backup on the inside. At the very worst, she was going to count 28 on that strike in the 9th frame, which would be enough for the win.
Big finish. Wow, she's going to count 13. For a 239. Sandi Anderson Last year's runner-up will become our third semifinalist. 239-207 as she beats Helene Godmaire. We expected a good match, and we saw it here. Anderson's your winner.